Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm a medical malpractice and childbirth injury attorney practicing law here in the state of Maryland. And I would like to quickly talk with you today about some key issues when we are talking about an emergency room injury or an injury that occurs when you're in an emergency room. And this question is coming up because of some information that came in to us from Charles County, Maryland. And essentially what the issue stemmed around was whether there was a misdiagnosis or whether something was missed in the emergency room and whether this is what caused this particular person's injury. Now, I want to talk about two critical things or two critical areas that your attorney is going to look at when we're talking about a possible misdiagnosis in the emergency room. And that first issue is going to stem around the history. What did the patient complain of when they came to the emergency room? When you are dealing with a situation like this and you have to go to the emergency room, that is not the time to play hero. It is very important that you tell the doctor essentially what's going on. If you've got pain in your arm, you need to tell the doctor that. If you've got pain in your chest or you're suffering from headaches or you got leg pain or whatever is going on, you have to be truthful with the doctor regarding this information, because the doctor has to take a complete and thorough history to help get a good idea as to what may be going on. Another issue that we can see in the history is, let's say, for example, you have breast cancer that runs through your family, or you've got high blood pressure or heart attacks or any of these things like this. These things have to be told to your doctor, and your doctor has to ask the proper questions to make sure that they get a good and accurate history. The second issue that can come up is a differential diagnosis. Now, what this is that when a doctor is taking a history or they're asking you about what's going on or where the pain is, the reason why that doctor is asking you, well, does it hurt in your arm, or are you suffering from shortness of breath, or are you having headaches? The doctor is asking you that information because either on paper or in the doctor's mind, they're going through some of the things which could be causing your issues. So that's why I said going back to that history and going back to being truthful with your doctor, it's very important, because the doctor has to use that information to help get to the right diagnosis. Now, when the doctor does have a diagnosis that they think that you may be dealing with, they have to then, they will run tests to either confirm or to rule out the diagnosis. And that's essentially what we're talking about when we're talking about a differential diagnosis. So all of these things are very important when we are looking at a misdiagnosis or a delay in diagnosis in the emergency room. So why have I taken the time today to talk with you about this? Because I'm trying to give you insight into some of the issues that are present when we are talking about an emergency room issue and a possible medical malpractice in the state of Maryland. If you have more questions about what was going on in your case, maybe you suffered an injury in the emergency room, or a diagnosis was missed, or God forbid, there's been a death that's been going on. If you have these types of issues that have come up and you would like to speak with me further about what's going on, this is what I invite you to do. And remember, taking this next action costs you absolutely nothing. And what is that action? To pick up the phone and give me a call. I can be reached at 301-850-4832. Or if you prefer, you can send me an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. I answer Maryland medical malpractice and childbirth injury questions just like yours all the time. And I'll be happy to take some time and listen to your story. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the medical malpractice and childbirth injury attorneys here at Boston Law Group, LLC. And we'll see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.